Hey guys, it's Kyle down here at Lunicycle. Today I'm going to show you how to take the battery in and out of the Talaria Xxx Pro. Now this battery is a little bit harder to remove than the normal Xxx. You do have to unbolt this linkage from the main frame and kind of lift it up out of the way. But the rest of the steps are the same. I prefer removing the rear wheel. If you don't remove the rear wheel, you need to prop the bike up like 2 feet in the air and it makes it really difficult. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the rear wheel. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is unbolt the lower shock linkage here. This is a 13 and a 6. Alright, now there are some little nylon washers on these, as well as in between this linkage. Be careful not to lose these. We're not just going to send you more if you lose them. Alright, next step is to unbolt both sides of this linkage that mounts to the main frame of the body. Grab yourself a decent 5mm Allen. These are pretty tight from the factory. Now, in each one of these, there is a little needle bearing with a little bearing spacer, and then behind that is a nylon spacer. Be sure not to lose any of this stuff. Alright, now holding the battery lid in place, there's 2 quick releases. These both need to get backed out far enough to where they start to drop down. So go ahead and flip the little latch. And start unthreading these until they're able to angle all the way down. Alright, now you should be able to open the lid up, and at this point it's going to make contact with this linkage. So this is going to lift up and out of the way. You can see those little nylon spacers I was talking about. Those are needed. Don't run your bike without those. Alright, now you should be able to reach up to the big orange connector, push down on the red tab on top of it, and unplug the battery. Once you've got the connector out of the way, push the swing arm down a little bit more, and you should be able to slide this battery all the way out. For reinstall, you would slide the battery all the way back into place. Plug it in all the way until you hear it click. You may want to power up your bike and make sure this is fully plugged in before you close all this up. You're not going to want to open this back up just because you didn't plug in your power wires. While pushing up on the battery, you want to get this lid closed all the way. Lift your quick releases back up into place and tighten these clockwise. Now you're going to need to tighten the left one, then the right one, then the left one, then the right one. I'll show you, because when you tighten the left one, the right one comes loose, and you don't want these rattling around. See how when I tighten that one, now the other one is loose? You need to go back and forth until both of these are tight. Alright, looks like both quick releases are nice and tight. We can now reattach the 2 bolts to this main linkage connector. Go ahead and carefully line up both sides. Be sure you have the spacer on the inside, the nylon one, and the one for the bearings. It may be a little tricky to line these up. but just be patient. Now, Talaria doesn't have exact torque specs for these yet, but these were very tight. And if you're going to be taking your battery in and out, check this often. You should be checking all your bolts often, but if these are getting loosened and tightened all the time, be sure these are always tight. All right, next we can reinstall this lower linkage. And finally, we can reinstall the rear wheel. Now you want to be sure you line up this little brake mount to the tab on the frame. It should slide into this little groove here. It can be a little tricky. Take your time. And be sure to tighten your wheel all the way down. Alright guys, now that we've showed you how to swap out the battery on your Talaria Xxx Pro, it's time to get out there and ride.